all doors closed to Harry. Charles invites Meghan to Cornation. Officially EXILES Haz, Meg forever. King Charles III could not invite Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to his coronation over their Netflix documentary, a royal expert has claimed. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams said it's business as usual for the royal family at the moment, after the senior members all stepped out and continued their engagements following the trailers for the Sussexes' 6-part docuseries. However, he warned the firm won't continue with this approach indefinitely, claiming that further attacks from Harry and Meghan could result in the royals cutting all ties with the US-based couple. He told The Sun, "The question is, what can the royals do about it? Harry will always remain a prince. The only thing they can do is not invite them to the coronation, and cut all ties, a clean cut from the Sussexes. Essentially, that's all they can do." Harry very angry as Charles snubs him but invites Piers Morgan to his coronation. Piers Morgan is encouraging King Charles to spend public money on his extravagant coronation. Speaking to Robert Lacey in a recent interview, the former GMB host iterated that crownings have always been lavish in the British monarchy and thus advised Charles to do the same. Piers Morgan began, "My gut feeling about this is, if you have a monarchy, do it properly. The great thing about the last 10 days was being able to show the world that nobody has anything anywhere like this," he said, referring to Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. Piers continued, "If you start downsizing everything, you will end up like other European monarchies, where it becomes so downsized, it becomes pointless." Robert Lacey agreed, "You got to have the anointing, you got to have the crowning. There will be 2 crownings. Camilla will be crowned Queen Consort. Don't start chipping away at tradition," added Mr. Lacey. When King Charles III read his first ever Christmas message to the nation, the new monarch made sure to acknowledge an issue currently front of mind for most people in the UK, the cost of living crisis. Speaking of the great anxiety and hardship felt by those struggling to pay their bills and keep their families fed and warm this winter, Charles' holiday season broadcast included footage from the country's food banks and meal services supporting individuals and families in need. It was a topic he couldn't have ignored. With the UK facing its longest recession since records began, all against the backdrop of the ongoing war in Ukraine, 2023 is set to be one of the country's most challenging years in modern history. But it seemed rather hypocritical for the king to express sympathy and concern for difficulties faced by the nation he serves when, just a week prior to recording his message at Windsor Castle, he had quietly made a dramatic U-turn on plans for cut-price coronation celebrations. Back in September, palace sources confirmed that Charles wanted a ceremony that would not only reflect his vision for a more agile and modern monarchy, but also a less expensive one in light of the country's ongoing economic struggles. At the time, many praised the head of state for rejecting the opportunity to drain limited resources from the government. Charles, we were told, had expressed a wish that his 6th of May coronation should be considered good value by the British taxpayers, helping fund it by the British